News 46 is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, the BOCC denies hiring new officers for now. We conclude our conversation with Tails and Animal Rescue, and the founder of PDOP gives us an update. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, July 8th, 2015. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. The Nye County Sheriff was denied filling 3 vacancies for deputy positions at the moment. The Nye County Commissioners and Sheriff Sharon Worley discussed the proposal at the meeting on Tuesday.
It's because until I am fully convinced that net proceeds is what we are going to hang our hat on for 2016, I cannot support putting on anyone anywhere with a promise of money that I don't have in my pocket. And I am not convinced at this point that we will have, currently what I believe is 2016, we will not see any net proceeds. We were not going to include it in the budget, but I neglected to talk to Amy and explain that to her. And there is some conflict of information between NACO, DTAX, and myself about which year we will not get any net proceeds. So until that is all solved, in good conscience, I cannot say, hey, let's go spend a bunch of money we don't have. And until we know what we have to work with and we are sure of ourselves, we are obligating to these individuals that we give a job to that, yeah, you'll have a job. You can expect to have a job into the future, maybe one with a good retirement. And a year later, turn around and say, sorry, you were the last one hired, you're the first one out. That to me is cruel. You get people moving their families around the county to take a job. And then within a year, you say, sorry, we have budget problems. And you can't continue your employment. I think it's cruel.
Well, but we do have some unknown factors out there, which is the medical marijuana sales tax impact, other leasing possible impacts.
Unbelievable.
Just saying.
I know, and I agree, Pam. I really do. But potentially, I could pick up a job after this and have a great retirement. Currently, I don't have it. It's not in the pocket. I don't have it. Amy, did you get all the pilt that you were expecting the other day?
No. Coming in October.
How much are you short?
Oh, a little over 200,000.
Yeah, 200, around it.
That could come in October.
October, yeah.
That could potentially come. Okay.
In addition, that Round Mountain audit came in less than we thought as well.
There you go. So what are we potentially looking at right at the moment for a shortfall?
Between those $2 million.
$2 million.
$1 million between the two funding sources.
Between the two funding sources, it could be as much as $2 million.
$1 million.
$1 million that we're short.
Yep.
40-year-old Ricky Davidson has been sentenced to 364 days in jail, stemming from his arrest following an attack by his 3 pit bulls on a local man, which occurred on March 13th. That eventually took the victim's life. The dog owner is also facing several other charges from other cases, which included his dogs killing 2 neighbors' animals, and drug charges he is also facing from last year. His defense attorney is still negotiating restitution on the other cases. 79-year-old Kenneth Ford was killed while feeding a neighbor's cat, and Davidson's dogs got out by jumping a 6-foot tall fence and mauling him and 2 other people viciously. Susan Cronin talks about Tales and Animal Rescue and the accusations regarding the statements made by Director of Nye County Emergency Services Vance Payne concerning licensing of adopted animals and animals not being spayed or neutered at the shelter, and that the rescue continued to adopt them with promises to spay and neuter them in the future, though they were closing their doors.
The license system, the way it works, it's their computers, and they changed they changed their format, so we had our computers down for a while. Then they'd come up, and all of a sudden they'd be spitting out 2 and 3 incoming animals. Like one day, everybody was a pit bull, even a chihuahua, and even though we put in something else, well, you can't possibly put in a number that's already existed as a license. So I have no idea how that happened.
Do you think that it's widespread, or do you think that that's just a small glitch that happened to a couple animals?
I don't know.
Can you talk a little bit about the scheduled sterilization of the animals, which they say is all the way out to October now, but there's no place to sterilize them?
Well, there isn't. We wanted to use the clinic there, and they're not scheduled out to October. The only one that we found, see, some of the puppies and kittens weren't old enough. Most of them we did get fixed because our vet worked extra days as needed. Now, he has a portable operating room, which if we had a building, offices, whatever, we could open up and then, of course, honor those
What were you
contracts.
telling people on the last days when they were adopting animals, how they were going to get the animals spayed and neutered?
Well, people signed a release that they were going to their own vet and they were making appointments before they left.
Oh, okay.
And apparently not allowed to do that. But
We'll return with your Desert View Hospital health tip.